Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thousands of memories are created on your magical vacation. Those memories can live on forever in the photos that are taken. Join us today as we go on a journey in Capturing Magic.
Welcome to Capturing Magic. I'm Steph from CapturingMagic.me and TheDailyDigi.com. This is episode 56, recorded on August 27th, 2013. I'm here with my co-host, Brittney Leavitt, who can be found at BritishDesigns.com, where she has digital scrapbook supplies. Hey, Britt.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah, I'm excited about the show today.
Me too. We have joining us once again the ever famous and wonderful Sparkly Nicole, who can be found at SparklyEverAfter.com. Hi, Nicole.
Hi, what an intro. How am I supposed to live up to that?
The ever famous. I like that.
Everybody's heard of Nicole, haven't they? I think so.
Okay.
We got to visit with you a little bit while we were at the D23 Expo. We actually ended up, I think you and Jim were following us around quite a bit the first day.
We totally were. The first time we saw you, we just bugged you guys, and that was it. Then we could find you whenever we wanted.
It was pretty comical.
I feel like it was the whole expo. Like we were just always in the same
There
spot.
they are again.
I was really happy about it, honestly. There were so many people there, but I was so glad to just see all over and over again and get a little info on how things were going every time.
Oh, it started to get really funny.
It did.
It was like a fun house.
Yeah.
You walk through one door and you're back in the same room with Steph and Britt again.
Yeah, it was really fun to get to spend time with you and visit with you, because there were so many people I even mentioned before the show that I wanted to be able to spend time with and get to visit with, but I didn't. But I felt like I got to really visit with you, and I'm so thankful for that. So it was good to be able to visit with you and Jim and spend more time with you. We just really enjoy you a lot.
I love you girls, and I was so glad we got to all go out to eat together, and I love Tanya and Heather too, and just everybody all together. It was so fun.
So fun.
That was one of my favorite memories from that trip for sure.
Yeah.
I was depressed.
Yeah, yep, it was for sure. So we are excited to have you back on the show again, of course, because it's totally different now because we know each other in real life, and we've spent a lot of time visiting since we had you on the first time. So it takes the fun to a whole new level.
Yeah, even though I still got nervous coming on because you guys are so professional and awesome, and I'm always like, well, I hope I don't ramble.
Whatever. Okay. No. We're fooling ya. Whatever.
Yeah, we're doing a good job faking our professionalism.
Yeah, exactly. So let's remind our listeners, if they didn't catch you on the first show, when did your love for Disney start?
With the movies when I was little and living in Florida, I had an annual pass when I was younger and stuff. But really in college, when I got my annual pass as an adult, is when I just couldn't get away from it.
Yeah.
And now I live here forever.
Awesome. And which parks do you usually go to?
Well, Magic Kingdom is my jam.
And so you're obviously spending most of your time in Florida because you live there.
Oh, yes. Yes. But Disneyland's my favorite, though.
Disneyland is?
Yes.
Okay.
Totally.
Cool. That's great. And you've been there 2-3 times now?
This was my 4th time at the expo.
Wow. Okay.
Yay.
And you guys were there for a long time on this last trip, right?
It was awesome. It was 8 days.
That's awesome.
That is great.
Loved it.
Yeah. That's really great. And when you go to the park, you're usually going with?
I go by myself a lot.
That's good to hear.
I go by myself a lot, but I go with mostly friends too, like silly Disney friends like me.
Yeah, people that love it as much as you.
Yeah,
perfect. Okay, today we are going to be talking about videoing in the parks because you've been doing a lot of videoing lately in the parks.
I am so amped about videos right now.
It's making me super excited about it. In fact, I saw one of your vlogs from when you did the race for D23 Expo, the 2.3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was thinking I need to do a vlog next time I go. That would be fun.
It's hard to do. You mean like while you're running?
Well, no, because I don't run. Me run?
Well, I wasn't sure.
No, I don't run. Just next time I go to the parks, I want to do a vlog. I think it would be fun.
Do it. It's so fun. And after today, we're gonna chat, and hopefully you guys have some things that I can learn, but I think I have some things I can definitely help you.
Well, we're kind of newbies in the videoing department, so that's why
we don't really know what we're doing in video, so we're excited to hear that you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like screencasts I can totally do because I do those a lot, but actually videoing people and things, and especially myself, I'm not as experienced at. So we are here to learn today, and we're excited about it.
All right, cool.
Do you have a list? Do you want to start going down things? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I'm so happy that this is like the perfect setting to talk about this, and it's exactly what you're into. And I've been so into it lately because I've been kind of on and off with my YouTube channel, but then now since I started blogging and doing my own personal projects this year, I'm glad to like actually get into YouTube as much as I wanted to and do some of the more creative videos that I just like live to do. I went to school for theater, and I choreographed a lot of dance for youth and classes. And so there's a little director in me that's just dying to get out. And so that's how I get to use my directing creativity.
Unleash that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for anybody that's just a, armchair artist, making videos is so much fun. And so I had a couple categories to help you for people that are just getting started, or even if you already make videos. There are a couple of different categories that you can think about when you are, taking video or when you're planning to go on your vacation. The first ones are personal or shareable.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I used to make videos 100% for me and my mom. When I first you're going to hear MacBook Pro and iMovie and iPhone and iMovie app 100 times because that's where I've been rolling pretty much.
Okay.
But a lot of tips, a lot of just tips and different theories and stuff will transfer over to, whatever program people want to use or are comfortable with or are interested in. But when I first got my MacBook Pro and I started playing around with iMovie, it's so great. And it's just a free program that comes with your computer. And I didn't have the current version. I had the one before it. And you just can plug videos in, and it has these pre-made templates, and they look so fun. They have like little automated beginnings and transitions. It's easy to add text. You can make fun things happen. And these were in the personal category just for me and my mom. I had just gotten this fun tool, and I was just like living in Orlando, like going to college, and it was still so new going to Disney as often as we did. And I would take my mom like once a year for her birthday, or if something fun was going on, usually we would go. And so I wanted to it was really special still. I mean, not that Disney isn't special, but if I tried to make a video every time I went now, I would need 20 million terabytes of,
Yeah.
So that's what those were in the beginning. And it was just super fun and silly, and us videoing ourselves on rides or, whatever we wanted to remember about our trip for ourselves. And so that's how I really started making videos, I guess. Especially when it comes to Disney, it was just like a home movie type thing. So I think if you're going in with that kind of mindset, it's really different than if you're like trying to produce a cool like time-lapse video or capturing just a ride in its entirety, or if you're trying to make some sort of Disney video that you want to share with the people of the interwebs, it's a whole different feeling.
Right.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
So I made some of like me and my mom, mostly at Magic Kingdom and stuff, and put those online. And that was when I first started having like Disney friends online. And I remember sharing it and being like, I just went last week, guys, and I made this video. And, maybe like a couple of people watched it. It wasn't like a big deal or anything, but me and my mom watch it still. And it's a huge deal to us. It's like, it's everything. We love watching those videos, especially now that a few years have passed. So if you're just starting to, capture your memories at the parks via video, I think that starting just with small goals is always the best. I didn't have plans of like putting them on YouTube really in the beginning. For more people to see them. It was kind of just for us and family. So, any comments? I don't want to.
My question, I guess, is when you watch back on your home movies that you made just for you guys, what do you love that's in them? Like, as far as like making sure you get clips of this, or like what's your favorite things in the videos? Like, what should we be doing videos of? Does that make sense?
Yes. Okay. My favorite thing, and I think you'll love it too, is getting people's reactions. Like we stayed at the Pirate Hotel. It's not a Pirate Hotel. What am I talking about? The Pirate Room at the Caribbean Beach Resort. And neither of us had stayed there before. So I don't think I got my mom's reaction like walking in, but within the first few minutes, I was like, we were still exploring the whole thing. And instead of like going and exploring it and then videoing it, I kind of just had my camera like wobbly in my hand as I was like talking with my mom. So I didn't feel like I was missing anything. Like I was putting my attention to the video instead of the moment, because it was like I was just capturing the moment with my mom. We were still talking about, it was just like us, normal, regular, nobody in front of the camera. It was just like, oh my gosh, the nightstand is a barrel. And then we like laughed about the carpet and like just silly things. So I think it's really great to capture, realizations, exploring things for the first time. If you can, it's kind of hard sometimes to get like different reactions. But if you can get any kind of reaction, because I feel like that's when you feel the most emotion sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And being able to relive that is like really special.
So when you had the camera in your hand, you didn't worry about what you were focusing on or where it was looking or anything like that. You were just being in the moment and having it look in on that moment kind of a thing?
Yeah, I wasn't just letting it like shake around. I still was like pointing it in the general direction. And just like, hoping for the best. But I definitely didn't have like any kind of tripod, nothing fancy. It wasn't like, in a particular spot at that particular second. And I wasn't like counting down. It just was like, hey, me and my mom are looking at this bed and talking about it. So I was pointing the camera there. And I was like half talking to the camera because I knew I was recording it for us for later. But like maybe making the camera like a third person.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Yeah.
Kind of like we're talking to ourselves in the future almost, or like maybe my kids, I would watch it someday. Yeah. And just.
Because I know my tendency would probably be to have the family wait out in the hall. And I'd go in, get my video camera all set up, and then record it as they came in. But I really like the idea of, because when we stayed at the Art of Animation, and we walked in and there was just a lot of, and it was just, my husband and I, and then our 7-year-old daughter, there was a lot, and she was asleep because it was like 1 a.m. when we finally got back to our room. And so there was a lot of excitement just between the two of us as we were, look at this, look at that. Oh my goodness. And it would have been really cool to have had that captured. But if I was trying to get everybody else's reaction, then I'm not in the moment enjoying it too. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yep.
Totally.
So I like that idea a lot.
Yeah. And it's hard. I think it's hard to experience moments when you're watching it through your camera screen. Like when I'm videoing, I mean, I love my videos when I get home so much. Like they're my favorite things probably. But I find that if I'm watching it through the camera instead of actually like living it, then I'm bummed, like after I'm like, I don't really feel like I was there. Like I feel like I watched all of that through my camera. Does that make sense?
Yes. I absolutely get what you're saying.
Okay.
And I learned the lesson the hard way. And I'll have a short ramble story and just tell you. I went to a concert of this band that I really like. I don't know if you know who Rascal Flatts is.
Yeah.
I used to be in their fan club, which is like very inexpensive. And I used to get excellent seats for very inexpensive too. And I'd be like in the 5th row and watching my video camera the entire time. And like one year I went to 3 concerts in one summer because they were just like regular price tickets and they were so close. I was like, why wouldn't I just keep going? So at the second show, I think I realized like, oh my gosh, I could have been making eye contact with them and I wasn't. And I could have been watching them like pick the guitar right there and I wasn't. I was looking at the screen.
Right.
As soon as you have that like moment, like you've already made your realization.
Yeah.
And you just have to like apply it after that. Because some people never get that. Some people are, today's equivalent, I think, is the iPad.
Yes.
In the park, just looking at it because it's a huge screen and like, how do you not? I get it. It's hard, I'm sure.
Yeah. Like, Josh and I learned that like when we were, one time we were watching Fantasmic and he was doing video because he's like, oh, this will be a great video because we had these really good seats. And then afterwards he did the same thing. He was like, I feel like I didn't even see it. Like I just watched my camera screen. So now we either forego that and just don't video, the show, or you set it somewhere that it can capture it without you having to stare at the screen, because it's not worth missing it just to have the video for later.
Because you can watch it on the screen later on. The first time you want to be able to watch it live, right?
Yeah. And the funny thing is that, I guess it's a little different because it's not like the time you saw it, but like you can always, this is what I think, like we were trying to do pictures and video, World of Color. And I'm like, you know what? When I get home, somebody else has got a way better video on YouTube and I'll just watch their video because mine isn't going to be great. It's going to be clear back here where I'm at in my bad seats. And I'd rather just put it down and watch and enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
So
I just nodded the whole time you were saying that because a couple months ago, like, it's totally different if I'm like doing something for my blog on purpose, if I'm like going to something to record something for my blog. But like when I'm in Disneyland having a good time and trying to do things. And I actually ran into a lady that it was a really bizarre situation where I was watching the fireworks and I had my tripod set up. I was just doing the firework, like I was making the rewind video of the Magic Kingdom and I had my tripod set up and I was just there just for that. I've seen this show 1,000 times and I just came just to shoot this fireworks show. This lady who was clearly a tourist, didn't come often, was trying so hard to take pictures of the castle pre-show before the fireworks. She did not watch the show at all. She looked down at her camera the entire time, not even taking pictures, trying to figure the camera out. And then she asks me who, she doesn't know who I am and that I come all the time or what. She doesn't know my deal. She was like, do you think you could help me figure this out? Oh. And I about died. I just felt awful. I wanted this poor lady to just watch the show. So I figured like, let me just try and help her. So it's this like little sticky camera in the dark. I can't see what I'm doing. Never heard of this brand. There's no familiar looking buttons. And I'm like, what are the odds of this? So I could not figure it out either. And this poor woman she didn't even watch the fireworks. After that, she kept trying in between the show and the fireworks. And my heart broke for her because I just wanted to be like so bad. Like, ma'am, have you ever heard of insert any Disney blog here that has a perfect recording of every show?
Yeah.
So I totally get you when you're saying like somebody has a good version of it that they set up just for that, probably with a great microphone and a perfect camera with a tripod. I always try and remember that. Kudos.
Yeah, I think, when we were at the expo during the concert, I did a lot of video there, but I mostly was watching the concert and had the video going, but I wasn't watching it through the screen. And that worked out really well for me.
Yeah. Good. If you can get your camera to a spot where it's like in your lap or, resting on something where you can still watch, you just have to learn. Usually you learn the hard way, the lesson of like, don't watch through your camera, watch what's happening. And even goes for, shows, character meets, whatever. Like if it's not a perfect video, like who cares? It doesn't have to be like perfect. I'd rather watch my daughter meet a princess than watch it through my camera, So usually Josh is the one who's in charge of the video when we do that kind of thing, like a character meet and greet, and I'll be taking the pictures. So we're like a full on little parent paparazzi, but
it'll be good when you have more kids to even out the.
So because I'm taking pictures, he's doing video, but we tell you, like we help remind each other even like, okay, make sure we're watching and like present and not just in our cameras because that defeats the whole purpose of being there.
Right.
I feel like it's almost like a diet, like your nutritional plan of trying to balance, like you want to have the goodies, you want to watch it right there, but you also want to have your veggies, okay, this isn't coming out the way it was in my head, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You have balanced a perfect diet once you can be in the moment and capture your memories for later.
Yes.
Yeah. Even if it's not like the most perfect video, unless that's what you're trying to do. Like we said, like if that lady if she really wanted just like, that was what was fun for her is to like set up her camera and try and capture the thing. Like that was what she was into, then fine. Like, great. Yeah.
But the lesson like there is make sure you know your camera ahead of time.
Exactly.
Know before you go.
Yeah.
The thing that broke my heart was just that she didn't get a single picture.
And she didn't see it.
And she did not see it. So, when her son is like, Mom, remember when this? Like, no, she doesn't remember. Because she didn't see it. And it's mixed emotions.
Yeah.
I'm mad for her.
Right. The thing is we've all done that before. I've done that before in the parks where I've kicked myself later and was like, I don't even know that I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you learn nothing from this show, listeners, but that.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, this is probably a dumb question, Nicole, but what do you use for your videos? Like, what's your equipment?
Funnest. Okay. I am really into using my iPhone.
Okay.
It's just my favorite. My boyfriend has a camera it's a Sony. Like, I honestly, I could grab it right here and tell you, but I didn't love it. I used it once and went back to my iPhone. And I'm also having this problem with a fancy camera. I want to buy a nice camera, and I tried out two different cameras for the expo. I tried out one just before. I took it to Magic Kingdom for a day. No go. And I took out another one, tried another one, took it to the expo and tried it, and it broke. So I keep going back to my iPhone for everything. I think it's just so tricky because the quality is so good for for what it is. And then even just in general, in any category of, you can take excellent photos and video with it. So that's pretty much how I'm rolling. What about?
So let me ask you, your rewind video, and let's tell our listeners a little bit about what that is. But was it shot with your iPhone?
Yes.
That's pretty amazing.
Awesome.
It is amazing. And it's not me at all. I just use it. It's this awesome tool that it does so many things. And then for it to have such an excellent video and, photo ability like that is just so impressive.
Are you on the iPhone 5?
Yes.
Okay. Because that's what, when when we took our videos with our iPhones and brought them home and really watched them on a screen, it made us realize how great they are. Like, it doesn't look any different than like the other camcorder or little cameras, point and shoots that we were doing video on. So we just decided, why not just do all our video on an iPhone? Because it looks so good. So good. Anyway, we kind of skipped over what your Rewind the Magic video is. So tell us about it. But
Okay.
we're mentioning it, but not mentioning it at the same time. So explain what it is.
Well, it's I just had an idea one day. I don't remember how it started, but I wanted to do a series of videos of a day at the parks in reverse. And I kind of took an artsy little approach, and it wasn't really about the people. It was kind of just more about like there were like ride vehicles going backwards, and somebody throws a coin into a well, and like you just see the coin coming out. So the focus isn't so much like the people and doing things. The focus is more just about a start to finish day. Oh, it's really finish to start, because it starts with the fireworks going forwards, like the end of Wishes, and then I just start to rewind the whole day, and you see just like 2-second clips of like everything that happened that day. And like seeing Splash Mountain go backwards is really cool, because the log goes up instead of falling, it goes up. And there's also a log right in front of you going backwards. And then you see the water coming down into the attraction instead of shooting up out of it multiple places. So, and then I shot it like 6 different days, and I used a tripod to keep it still, but I used my boyfriend's Sony, I hate to say camcorder, because that makes me sound like I'm old and I don't know what I'm talking about. I feel like there's a better word.
Video camera?
Like, yeah, I guess it's just like a video camera. Like, it's not, you can take pictures, but it's one of those ones that's like for video.
Mm-hmm.
So for some fireworks shots, I took it to like zoom into the fireworks, but it honestly is like just okay. I could like see some pixels sometimes compared to my iPhone, which you'd never see a pixel.
Right.
But I don't.
Yeah.
So, and then I made some music for it, and it's just fun.
That's why, because you composed the music and recorded it, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So multi-talented.
Yeah. Look at you.
My goodness.
Thanks, guys.
It's really cute. It's a really fun video. Like, it's simple. Like, everything in reverse, you wouldn't think that'd be so cool, but like every time it switches to something new, I'm like, oh my gosh, look at that going backwards. Oh, look at the Dumbos going backwards. Like, I don't know. I just think it's so fun every time.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad you like it, and I'm really
we'll link
glad
up to it in the show notes for sure.
Yeah. I just wanted people to look at Disney World, especially like this one is the Magic Kingdom. So like how photo apps and, photo editing kind of makes you look at things differently. I thought this was a different way to look at Disney in a video, and kind of just celebrated it from like a really broad perspective instead of just like, here we are on this one ride. Like, it's an entire day, but it's only like 2 minutes and something long. I wanted it to be quick and fun. So
yeah, but it is fun. It does kind of capture a whole fun day, but in reverse. It's very fun. And like the fast passes going in, I don't know. It's funny to me. Like, every time it comes, I'm like, oh, it's fun. So you said you used a tripod for your phone?
yes. So I have 2 fun little trick things that I wanted to definitely recommend.
Okay.
Yeah.
For Christmas, Jim got me this. I'll find the exact link and show you. But there are quite a few different kinds of attachments for tripods for iPhones or smartphones. And I wanted one that you didn't have to take the case off. So that was the challenge.
Yeah.
Because here's what would happen for me. I'd be like, oh, the parade's coming. And I'd be like, time to take my case off so I can put it in the holder. And then I'd be, rushing around and drop screen scratch.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I did not want to have to do that in an angsty moment when I'm trying to capture something on video. So this one that I have, it's a Joby, Joby. And if you can kind of picture it, it looks like a little claw. and it has a spring inside. So you just basically open it, put your phone in, and it sits sideways, which that's another pro tip. Everybody, please, if you're using your iPhone, turn it sideways.
Oh, it's the biggest,
straight up.
Best pro tip ever. Every time I see someone videoing straight up.
How many times did you correct me on that?
So many times. And then I told Steph, because she goes, I turned it. I'm like, yeah, but you got to turn it before you hit record. Because she's like, it's still the same way. I'm like, you got to hit it before you say.
And you would think that I had never done video before, which I have. And I don't know why it was such a problem for me. That's on that trip.
Every time I'm like, you can change your video.
I'm so guilty of it. My friend Dan has
it's a habit.
Oh gosh. And you don't even think about it because it's perfect on your screen.
Yes.
Yeah. And when you watch it, when you watch it on your phone, it's great. But when you take it home and watch it on your TV, it's the worst.
Yeah. And just
so put it in, turn your camera or your phone to landscape mode. Yes. That's what you want.
Yes.
Before you do a video.
Before you start recording.
Yes. You just have to practice. It will become a habit eventually. Yeah. That is the best tip of the whole show right there.
Oh gosh. Well, if you have this little piece or another piece that holds it onto a tripod, it's almost impossible to do it the other way because the way that it sits is
there you go.
Yeah, sideways like that.
So where did you get that? You got it for Christmas, so never mind.
I did, but Jim ordered it offline, I think.
Okay, and so it looks like it's made by Gorilla, which they do lots of.
Oh yeah, I have a Gorilla thing for my point and shoot.
Yes, yeah. So
Gorilla
you could probably get it on Amazon, probably lots of different places.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk about like the strength of it too. It's very secure if you're just like holding it on a tripod. I trust it, but I brought it on a couple roller coasters trying to do like selfie videos, and careful with that. I quickly put it away on the Matterhorn once it like trembled a little bit, and I was like, whoa, this Yeti's not getting my phone. So I wouldn't trust it on a roller coaster. So yeah.
Awesome.
One tool that I'm dying to get, and I wish I just had a reel of me saying this because I feel like I say it every 10 minutes when I'm at Disney, is I wish I had a wrist strap for this. I wish I had a wrist strap. I always say that, and I just don't get one, and I don't know why. I'm making a note right now. But if you had a wrist strap, it would be fine, and you could just, if you wanted to like, take it on a ride, or if you wanted to like reach over a body of water to take a photo, you wouldn't feel like you're like dangling $600.
Yeah.
It would just feel more secure in so many situations. Like, I don't recommend holding your phone in front of you on a roller coaster. It's against the rules and it's not safe. But even on just any ride, even on just any attraction, or just in case you feel like you might drop it, like wrist strap, why not?
For sure.
Yeah.
I say the same thing, and I never have gotten one either, so I'm with you on that one.
If I find a good one.
Okay.
They're more difficult to find for the 5.
Yeah. Yep. We've talked about it before on the show, but I've never found one that I really like. Feel like, okay, I'm getting this one. But so yeah, did you say, Nicole, you had a link to your tripod?
I don't.
You can get me one.
I'm gonna find
one.
Yes.
I looked it up. I can send it to you.
Okay, great.
Oh, no, not the tripod. The Joby is what I found.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
Well, I wanted to tell you about the tripod next.
Okay.
I just by chance a couple of weeks ago, while I was camera shopping and such, found this it's a Dynex, and it's similar to I believe it's also a Gorilla. I don't know if that's the brand or the line or what. But it almost looks like beads for the legs, and it's very moldable, and it's very short, the tripod. And I used to see people with these little baby tripods, and I was like, you could just hold it. Why do you have a 3-inch tripod? Like, if you put it on the ground, you're getting sneakers. And I just didn't get it. And now I'm like, I couldn't live without it. Like, the cool thing about this is the one that I have is not magnetic, but it's moldable. So I've put it on railings. It's perfect for sitting on a table. It's just so great. And basically, especially at the parks, there's always something that's nearby, like a railing or a table or a shelf or a something. If you're at an attraction, like, if you're waiting in line or something, there'll probably be something that you can, wrap this around. And so it stands up or it wraps around things, and then you just have it and whip it out. It can fit in any bag. Jim was totally obsessed with it in Disneyland because he was using the Slow Shutter app. So that was another tip that I wanted to give, was it's so important to stay still. It makes like every difference in the world, because if you are recording and you're like on a tripod, it doesn't have to like adjust. You know how sometimes if you're moving your camera around, when you're moving it, it's blurry, but then it's also not like super focused. So the quality goes down. And then once it goes back to, a solid, something that it's trying to focus on, there's still like a second or two where it's like coming back into focus. And I've seen it when I put them on YouTube, I see them have the quality is just poor. So especially if you're just holding it the whole time and it's not still, I just see the quality be lower every time.
Right.
So that, and also, it just helps you focus on things. Your arm doesn't get tired. Just having a little tripod is like such a treat. And this one I found on sale for $9. So
nice.
Total steal. I mean, you could get, it's like Pocket Pro, this tripod and this other little piece. It's like a little plastic piece that if I opened a huge like present on Christmas and saw this on the floor, I'd be like, oh, that was just something holding the box together, and I'd throw it out. Like, it's just a little thing, but it's so handy.
Okay.
Cool.
Tripod and holder.
Nice.
So I also wanted to recommend iMovie. If you're a Mac person or if you have an iPhone, iMovie on the MacBook or at, computer, whatever you're doing with your Apple products is just perfect. It's perfect for what I want to do. It's perfect for you if you want to be creative, but you're not trying to animate your own things and go crazy doing, studio quality stuff. I think everybody can find something on it that's going to amaze them. That's going to like help them do exactly what they're trying to do. The transitions are really cool. It's so easy to learn. You basically just plug your videos in, and it has sounds. It has ways to add text. It has the pre-made things like I was talking about earlier that I used to make my home videos with. And if you have the latest version that's out right now, it has a couple more features that I really liked, like video in video, like when you're watching the news at night and the lady has a little video up in the corner. Like, that's what I think about every time. You can put videos side by side.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use iMovie a lot, even if I'm not making like some big great thing, even if I just need to like clip two clips together and like for my QR videos, like for my scrapbook or whatever, it's just a really easy app to open and like pop two clips together and export it as one long clip to put on YouTube. I use it. It's handy and easy. So I use it a lot, even for little things like that.
Because video editing programs can be super overwhelming.
Yeah. And expensive.
Yeah.
So
that too.
Yep, I love iMovie.
Have you tried it on your phone?
I have tried it before, and a friend of mine actually made some quick little videos that were like so impressive that he could just make them so fast on his phone. But I haven't like done it a lot, but I've tried it a little. It's very cool.
I like it a lot. And like I think you said you watched one of the vlogs maybe.
Yeah.
That's what I use to make that. I like it because one of the most annoying things about doing videos is they take up lots of room and they are a lot of work if you're like putting clips together into a big video.
Yeah.
And this makes it so easy. If you're trying to like do a little vlog, if you're trying to capture the family's memories from like one particular day at the park, or really anything that has multiple clips, you start a new project, which is like 2 clicks. You know, you download it. There's a button that's a little plus sign. You hit new project, and then you can select videos that you've already taken and put them in there, and you can take off, you know, the second in the front where you're saying, "Is it recording?" Like I do sometimes.
or you're okay, go.
Yeah.
Yes. That's that's the best one. So you can take that off. You can put your transitions in there, and the best part about it is right in there. You can send it to YouTube. You can send it to Vimeo. I think you can email it. You can do whatever. Definitely recommend being on Wi-Fi. It's faster. And it also lets you save it to camera roll. It has the like little theme things in there that add like a little overlay or text in certain places. And it has those too. It has a few. It also has sounds. I think I already said it has transitions, but it's just super easy and fun. I love to use it to just record right into it, like through that app. And then each time I am doing something that I want to be in that video, I just hit record and it's already there. And then I go out and go back to my day, and like I'm making the video on the go.
Nice.
And then it's done and ready. I mean, isn't that the best when you can figure out how to do things like by saving time? It makes me so happy.
Yeah, for sure.
Very
How
cool.
fun. And then you can upload it for everybody to see that same day.
And it's free, right? The app is free, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
I thought it was a little price, like
I think I
$99 or something, but
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's like $5.
oh, okay.
I think it's worth it though. I think even if you just used it once, I think if you wanted to make one video, I'd pay $5.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because it makes it so easy and it looks so nice. I wanted to get a little technical for a second and tell you about uploading.
Yeah, please do.
The quality, well, let's go quality versus actual time to put it on YouTube. And if you make a video in this iMovie app and you save it to your camera roll, you can also put videos right to YouTube from there. And that has been much quicker, but the quality is not as good. It gives you like 2 different options. I think the options are like HD and something else. So it still looks all right, but it goes fairly quickly. I would say, you know, it could be like 10 minutes or less if you're on a decent connection and the video is 5 minutes or less. However, if you want the best quality, you can upload it to YouTube right from the iMovie app in 1080p. It's one of the selections, but it will cost you a pretty penny worth of time. It can be like, you know, a while. So make sure you have your charger and your Wi-Fi-ing. But I did see a little bit of a difference. So if it's something that is important enough to me that I'm going to care to wait an extra, you know, maybe half hour sometimes, then I'll just kind of put it on and walk away. But
You're not in a hurry.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're trying to do vlogs on the go, like this isn't for you. But
So that's just uploading it directly through iMovie instead of like exporting it and then uploading it again. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. That taking an extra long time, but getting the best quality is right through the iMovie app. Getting decent quality and uploading it quickly is when you save it to your camera roll and upload through there.
Got it.
Good to know.
Yeah. I didn't know there would be a difference, but that's good to know.
Yeah. Can you choose different screen sizes and all of that kind of stuff when you're exporting? Or when you're, I guess, doing it from iMovie, saving it and uploading that way to get the...
What do you mean different screen sizes?
Well, one of my programs that I have that I do screencasts, it asks me which screen resolution, which screen size I want. So I'm just wondering if that's an option in iMovie too or not.
I don't think so. It has...
Because it confuses me and I don't get it. So if it didn't have that option, that would make me happy.
Well, it gives you... It says like size, medium 360p, large 540, and then it has HD 720p, HD 1080p. So if that's what you mean, then yes.
Okay.
I'm still kind of a newbie myself. I'm like experimenting and teaching myself.
Which is good. That's a good way to go. For sure. Okay, what else do you have for us? What other tips have you got, Steph? More? Or did we cover your list? Nicole, did I lose you?
Oh, I thought you said Britt, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Like, oh no, we were having technical difficulties before we started recording. They're back.
Well, I was I think I've pretty much covered everything I was thinking.
Okay, that's good because we're actually about at that time. Did you have anything else you wanted to add, Britt? Besides the rotate your camera and don't be like Steph.
Oh, and make sure you're recording. That's always our tip, right?
Oh, yes. I did both of those when I made both of those mistakes at D23 Expo. Yes.
And make sure you set up your frame when you're in record because the frame changes from photo to if you're using your iPhone.
Yeah.
If you frame it and then switch from photo to movie, it's a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good tip.
That is a good tip.
Also, pro tip, but we talked about this last time. Sorry, you asked me and I was like, nope. And then I'm like, yeah, now I have them that you asked.
No, you're good.
Just having room is such a big deal because photos are so much smaller than video. And if you don't have room, of course, I ran out of room again at the expo.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. If you have any tips on having room to take all these videos, because that's one of our issues is we really run out fast when you're doing all your videos on your phone. It's like pretty soon you're full. Your phone is full.
Yeah.
Well, do you just have a bigger phone? Is that your tip?
I mean,
that was my tip.
I definitely got a bigger phone than I had. The first time I had the smallest one. Now I have the one that's in the 30s, which I can never remember. What is it? 32?
32.
Yeah.
And I just actually got this tip the other day, and it's not even really a tip. I'm like ashamed that I'm sharing this, but I'm really bad at storing things, which is why my phone fills up and my computer is literally full. And I lost like 1,444 photos the other day.
Oh no.
Thank you for the gasp. Sorry. Because my parents didn't get it. I was like, all these photos. And my mom's like, oh, it's okay, sweetie. I'm like, no, Mom, you don't understand. I felt like a teenager. But I went to the Apple store and the guy found them. But he then sat with me and told me all these things about like, look, you have this drive where you're saving your photos. Like, why are you even putting them into iPhoto? And I didn't know that that was not an option. I thought that iPhoto was what happened. So I'm embarrassed and I'm admitting that. But there's another thing called image. Wait for it. Image capture that you could put stuff right to your external hard drive.
Oh.
So that's like my new, like, I feel like a weight off my shoulders because when my computer's full or just the amount of time it takes to import, media to your computer, instead of putting it on my computer and sorting through it and stuff, now I can just put it on my drive, which is like a lot easier. So if I wanted to go day to day on vacation, like say I took a lot of video, you can just put it right to your drive. And so I definitely recommend having a drive, an external hard drive. And but also having the phone full, not full, having lots of room planned for it, and then taking the video that you really need. Maybe don't shoot the whole ride or the whole show. Maybe just be like, people like us probably are really familiar with what we're watching while we're watching the fireworks. Like you may have listened to it at home a couple of times throughout the year. you're familiar with your favorite part and what you might want to see on video, and so maybe just be ready and just capture that one part instead of, the whole minute. Like, just get that fun 10 seconds that that you love. Or
especially that's a great tip for people that might run low on memory. For people, if it's this is a once in a lifetime trip for you, I would recommend getting as big of memory as you can, because they're not going to know which part is going to be their favorite part of the show, and so they might want to capture the whole thing and then only include portions of that in a video, edit out some of it and include their favorite once they get home. And so that would definitely be my suggestion for people that might not get to the parks quite as often, as you just have to bite the bullet and get a big cell phone memory, big memory card if you're shooting with a regular camera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Also, just like having the purpose behind the video, like, why am I shooting this? Is this just going to be, a 3-minute video of my daughter meeting Tigger for the first time?
Yeah.
Or am I just quickly getting this Main Street vehicle going by? Just what is the purpose? What are you going to use it for? And so. Yeah,
one of the things that I really liked about your rewind video is that it was just little bits of the whole entire day that let us know what you did, and I really liked it because it wasn't a painful 3-hour movie with every single minute of the whole entire day in there. But
yeah, when I pull up a YouTube video, a lot of times if it's super long, I'm like, oh geez,
yeah,
I don't know if I want to watch this whole thing. But when I thought it was like a little over 2 minutes, I'm like, oh, okay.
I made the cut. Yes. Well, I'm working on my Epcot one right now, and by the time the show comes out, it will be live.
Oh, yay. Yay. So we'll put links to these as well, and we can embed one in the show notes. But people can also go to SparklyEverAfter.com and click on your YouTube channel and find them that way if they want.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. So speaking of small clips, do you have any tips for doing your video on Instagram? Because that's like my new favorite thing is Instagram videos. And I love that they're like little clips, and you do them as well, right? So what are your feelings on Instagram video, ladies, both of you?
I tried to shoot video.
Long silence.
Yeah, I tried to shoot video in Instagram at D23. It did not work. It couldn't figure it out quickly enough. But I was under the gun. I was right there. Needed to do it live. I haven't played with it since I got back home, and so I was just shooting video as long as I wanted it, and then bringing it into Instagram, and it automatically trims it. And makes it short. So that worked out great. And I had lots of people that really liked watching the videos that I had in Instagram. So what about you, Nicole?
Well, considering that I think I've only posted one, and it was of my dog doing the scratchy dance on the carpet. I haven't gotten into the Instagram videos yet, but I just feel like it's one of those things where you just, I don't know. It just depends on like what your purpose is. Is it like just for you to enjoy later, or is it something you want to show your family and friends? And I think that just like going in thoughtfully and capturing it that way.
Yeah, when I was doing it at the expo, it was with the Richard Sherman Ellen Menken concert. It was at that. And I had actually several team members that had tweeted, texted, posted on Instagram that they were watching my feed during that and really enjoying the little clips that they were seeing. And so that was my main purpose in shooting the video, was that I knew I had people that weren't able to be there that were watching it and being able to virtually enjoy the concert a little bit live, because I was posting them the minute right as I finished recording, I would post it.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. And I feel like whenever somebody posts a video, like someone I follow posts a video from Disney or about Disney or from a Disney park, it makes me so happy. Like I love it.
Yeah. Hearing those, the music and all of the sounds that you hear in the parks, it's magical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, let's move into our picks with pixie dust. Do you have one for us, Britt?
I do, and it has absolutely nothing to do with our topic today, which I feel like I say every time we start, but oh well.
That's okay.
So, we just bumped our Disney trip up a week, and so that puts me about 4 weeks out. So now I'm going into not panic mode, but just I have to get serious with my planning and with my crafting and stuff that I like to do before. And so I was looking online, and I found this really cute idea of turning adult size or bigger size t-shirts into little dresses for little girls, or you could kind of do it for yourself if you were really good, but I don't think it would really work for me. But so it's a blog post on a blog called The Happy Homemaker, and she took adult size t-shirts and made them into these little cute dresses for her daughter to wear to Disney. And she got the tutorial on how to make the dresses from another blog called Dana Made It, which I've heard of before. And I have actually seen these dresses before on Dana Made It, but it didn't click to actually use a Disney t-shirt. It's so cute. And I totally have older t-shirts of mine that either don't fit anymore or they're a little worn, but I've saved them for some reason because I can't throw away a Disney shirt to save my life. But so I'm going to take them and make them into little cute dresses for Scarlett, and I'm so excited. So it's super easy, and they are really, really cute.
That sounds right. I think I might have seen that on Pinterest, but it didn't even occur to me to use Disney t-shirts. That would be super fun.
Yeah, it's really cute. So if you look at the beginning of her post, she has a link to the Dana Made It link, to the original tutorial. But in the link I'm using as my pick, you can just see her Disney shirt, the Disney ones. And there's pictures of the dresses and then pictures of her daughter wearing them at Disney, and they're really cute. So
cute.
Yay. And then she made, there's one where her whole family has these Perry shirts. Oh, they're Agent P shirts. And then she took one of the bigger sizes and made it into the little dress for her daughter. So it's even though she couldn't get that shirt in her little daughter's size, it's in a dress form. It's really cute. So they all match.
Yeah.
So
that's really fun.
Yeah. Such a great idea.
Yeah.
So that's my pick. And I'm probably going to do it for our trip.
Well, I can't wait to see pictures.
Yeah, we'll see if it really happens, but
fun. Okay, Nicole, do you have a pick?
I do. It is not related either, but it's just super fun, and I wanted to share it.
Good.
So a couple weeks ago, this guy that I follow on Twitter posted a Vine of these speakers that have water and colors, and it's this magical experience. So they're speakers, and above them is a small little tank, and it has it's sensitive to the music that's playing.
Yeah.
And it squirts little water up, and it's mini World of Color. So
what?
I retweeted it. Yeah, it's the best thing ever. That night on Twitter, me and I know of at least 4 people that purchased them on an impulse buy because the video was so cool and everyone was retweeting it and people were like, these are awesome. It was right before the expo. So everybody was all amped to see World of Color. And these were I was oh, that's going to be great when I get back. And I'm really missing that show.
Yeah.
So I got them. My friend Susanna got them. And then everybody got home and was like, the speakers came. And then everyone has blog posts about them. And so I'm not sure if you guys had seen them.
No,
I haven't.
Okay,
I'm excited.
Cool. They're awesome. And I will have a link for you. And there's the quality of the sound is, I'm not sending my mom a postcard about it. It's just mediocre. But I did notice that if you play with them in the dark, and they're USB too, so you can just stick them in the computer. They put the lights go on the ceiling too. So they're squirting water, and then there's little lights on the ceiling, and it's if you watch World of Color with it and squint, maybe.
Turn on the YouTube World of Color video, and then.
Oh, that's awesome.
So fun. How much are they?
I paid $35,
Nice.
And then I think somebody maybe posted they got them for $30. They're kind of like around the internet. So
Check around.
yeah,
Okay.
I'll try and find the cheapest link.
What is it called?
They're Xcellon water speakers.
Okay.
So
Water speakers. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Very
That's
cool.
fun.
Okay. Not at my house because not my whole house is getting ready for this, but on this podcast, I know that Britt and I are getting ready for Halloween at the parks. We're both going to be going to parties. And so my pick is the Minnie Mouse ear headband, Halloween theme that you can get in the Disney store right now. They used to have a hat that was adorable, but man, these things sell out so fast and the hat is already gone. So if you're thinking about going to the parks for Halloween and you want Halloween themed ears, you need to buy them now because there won't be any in the park. I was in the park last year in October and there was none to be found anywhere. And it was so sad because we kept seeing cute Minnie Mouse ears and hats. And
Because you got them when we were there for the expo. Right?
yeah, they came out like right while we were down there for the expo and I was so excited. And so I bought them. I texted my sisters and bought 3 of those hats and had the joy of bringing them home.
yay.
Yeah.
That's in August. I mean, we're
That was
talking about like, if
August.
you want the witch ear hat thing that's so adorable, you have to buy it in August, which is
Yes.
crazy to me.
It
But
is
they sell out because they're so stinking cute.
so cute.
So are you picking the ears with the spider webs?
Yes.
Oh, they're so cute.
With the sequin bow. Yeah, so cute.
So cute.
So that's my pick. And if you want one, get it now. I hope they're not gone by the time this goes live because I'll be sad if they are. But yeah.
I think they
that's
have
what
the
I'm gonna
hats in
do.
the park still or no?
They might in downtown Disney. They might. I know that last year when we were asking about them, the cast members were so great and were trying to call all over for us to try and find them. And one of them told us, she was like, you know what? Those usually sell out within 2 or 3 weeks of being put out.
Wow.
So yeah, if you know someone that lives near a park, have them go get you one.
Yeah, because they're definitely not on the website.
No, and they were just a couple of days ago because I was looking at them.
Were they?
They were, Yeah, there's also, I just found another one. I'll send you this link too. There's a purple and green one. Purple sequin ears with green sequin bow that are Halloweenish. It says Halloween Minnie Mouse ears.
Yeah, I like the spider web. Well, I guess they're not really spider webs. It kind of looks like a spider web, but yeah, the purple and green one's really cute too, but not quite as Halloweeny.
No, it's a spider web with a hidden Mickey in there.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Yeah,
okay,
it's cute.
fun.
Yeah, that's my pick. Okay, let's remind our listeners where they can find us. Britt?
I am at BritishDesigns.com, and that's where you can find my digital scrapbook products and the links to my blog, gallery, and all my social media links are on there too. So
Perfect.
that's where I'm at.
Yay. Nicole?
I am at SparklyEverAfter.com and Sparkly Nicole on Twitter and Instagram.
Perfect.
Awesome.
And let's see, you can find me at capturingmagic.me where we have new content going up almost daily of some kind, except for the weekends. Sometimes when I've got a lot of stuff, which I do right now, sometimes I post on the weekends too, but usually just Monday through Friday. And then we also have our Where's Minnie Me contest that runs Friday through about 11 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday, and you can guess where Minnie Me is, or you can enter socially by sharing about the contest or pinning from capturingmagic.me, other things like that. You can enter that way if you don't know where she is, and you can still win. We had a huge, big record entry this last week. We had almost 400 people enter the contest last weekend.
Wow.
Yeah, with the she was in front of Small World at Disneyland, and lots of people were excited about that because they knew where she was.
Yeah, I actually did know that time. I rarely know.
Me too.
I was like, oh, I got that one. Woo.
Even my 7-year-old knew. I decided to throw an easy one out at people.
Yeah, maybe you need to do more easy ones.
I know. Apparently I do, because even people that don't know aren't entering. So if they don't know, they aren't entering socially either. Like, I don't know. But you really can enter without knowing. So,
good to know.
Yeah. I can also be found at thedailydigi.com and thedigishow.com, which is my other, what is it? Podcast. What is it that I do
one of
over
these
there?
thingies.
Yeah, this thing that I'm doing right now. Yeah, and we have our iPhone apps at capturingmagic.me, which will help you capture your memories while you're at the Disney parks. It will remind you of photos that you might want to take when you come upon those locations, because if you're like me, you forget. And then you get home and wish you would have had that photo. So that's all. Okay, thank you, girls. I appreciate it. And we will be back here next week where we will be capturing magic.